Okay, let's change it to fireproof form. What are the two things we need to do to figure out what's going on the y side? Add 4 and divide by 3. Yes, so that takes care of that stuff. Okay, then we really need to focus on what's going on inside there. Maybe you should show me what's going on inside there since we did it a couple times yesterday. So if I were you, I'd write in 2x minus pi over 1, and then I would do something at the top and bottom of that fraction, just like we did yesterday. Look back at your notes on all the problems if you don't remember the algebra that we did on that fraction. I want to see if you can figure out what h and k are. What did you do to get that? I just have one thing, okay? Oh my gosh.
Maybe because divided by 2 is the same as divided by 1. There you go. Figure it out. So you have 5. Yes. Pi divided by 2 over 3. Oh my god. I did say wrong. I tried.
Those aren't negatives, are there? Those are equal things, right?
Yes. Yeah. I just do little dashes instead of like.
Okay, well,
Well, this one is
you're like equal. In my
positive. B.
Several of you did the manipulation correctly. What's A? A is 1/2. What's B? 3. What's H? Pi over 2. And K? -4. So, we start with a really cool dashed line here at -4. Find ourselves an HK. Pi over 2, -4. Okay, there we go. What's the period of this? What's the period of this? 2 pi times 1/2. I know it's the absolute value, but we have a positive multiplier, so I don't care. What's your amplitude? 3. Okay. Graph it. We're dealing with a sine function. Okay. All right. not my best work. Oh. I'm going to try that again. Disgusting. Okay, now distance from the start to the ending point has to be 1 pi. Figured out the period. Cut the period in half, so 2 pi 1 pi. That means each one of these larger chunks is pi over 2, so we can only go 2 of those. So it should stop right there. I assume. None. Yes. Trigonometric dad is appropriate. Yeah. That's trigonometric dad would be like. Oh yeah. This is my lesson in my inequality dad. Yes. Lesson in arithmetic. That's right. Inequality. Right inequalities, like -3 is less than x, which is less than 5. You know the symbols to point in the wrong direction. You don't have the correct inequality. So they both have to be like this. Still down low enough there, but it was up high. Good job.
Already like that. I got used to it.
This one, these two at the end, and the one in the middle. Then in between these two, I go up. Between these two, I go down. Okay, so your picture should look something like that. Many of you got it correct. What is the min? -7. What is the max? -1. If you go over those, you or beyond those, then you've gone too far. No, don't you? What's your range? -7 and -1. Yeah, they pretty much go together. We already said amplitude was 3. We said period was 1 pi. What's your phase shift? Pi over 2. What's your vertical shift? -4. Asymptotes does not apply to this. Those are only tangents. And we have the good old boring domain, -infinity to infinity. Let's see, do we have a cosine? Let's throw a cosine. Yeah, let's go to 6. Why? All right, we can do 5. All right. So what are the 2 things we need to do to get the y taken care of? Yeah, but not in that order. Okay, so we would subtract 3 and then divide by 3 over 2. You had them both. Yeah, order would have screwed things up. You know. Good. All right. You need to figure out what goes inside there. Okay, we got 2x plus pi over 2. What are you going to multiply the top and the bottom by? 1/2. Excellent choice. Okay. And so what are we coming up with? X plus pi over 4. Excellent. Over 1/2, right? Okay, find your ABHK. Graph it. Go. Hope you're practicing at night, you know, trying to get better and better and better. Probably should be. Oh, I cannot. Yes. Yeah, this section of the test will be Friday. Our good old unit circle stuff will be on Thursday. Why? Yeah, good. Yeah, you should be making your review sheet. Let's do Thursday. So make sure you got that 1 page. Go ahead. Get busy on that, studying. Don't wait around. Just double checking. Yeah, I am, because it's hard for me to do this. What did I do wrong? Yeah, I did a cosine, didn't I? Made you look. You doubted yourself. Yeah, this number 5 is a sine wave. Since I wanted to go to 6, I had cosine. Yeah. Your phase shift is negative pi over 4. We did go to the left. Vertical shift was 3. Amplitude was 1.5, or 3/2 if you're a fraction fan. Although there is a lot of fractional hatred in America. Okay. Racism, really. Okay. Seriously. Fractional racism is everywhere. People are like, I hate fractions. Okay. Hate crimes against fractions. Okay. Any questions on that one? Ask me. Let's go to question 6. What shall we do? Subtract 3 divided by 2. Man. What about for the x? Do we need to do anything? No. Good call. We can go straight to the ABHK. Should be the name of my next album. H is not positive. Oh, unless I copied the sign down wrong, which it appears that I did. Thank you for questioning me. Yes? You don't need to call me God. Alright. Haven't been called that nickname since high school. No, it just randomly comes to me. Some would call it a gift. Yes, it is a cosine function. Your center line, you didn't slide it up 3, and you went to the left. For some reason, I copied it down wrong. When I put a plus there, and it's really a minus, so I had to change it. Okay, so you just copied my stupidity. So, degree of both sides of either correct.
That's not what he would want. He shot 3 throws. Because he really thought he was about to come back in and get it's a guarantee. Don't help him though. So this is why eventually he's trying to make this. He doesn't want to go over so.
Okay.
Right? It's got to be just about a pi over 4 past 2
We
pi.
got rid of their point guard who was decent. Got a terrible. Oh yeah, big 4.5 months ago.
Alright, we should look something like this. Any questions on that one? Had a period of 2 pi. We shifted to the right pi over 4. And it was a cosine wave. Let's see if we can get anything cooler. See, that one's boring. We've done enough of those. Let's do 9. Okay, what do we do to manipulate the equation? Nice. In that order, thank you. Do we have to do anything inside with the x's? No, it's good the way it is. That's nice. That probably won't happen on the test. Okay. What's A? 2, B, 3, H, negative pi, K, 1. Graph it. Yep. Okay, so when it's a cosine, that HK point does not sit on the wave like it does on the sine wave. So I actually have to go up 2 units to find the first point on the top of the sine wave. Cosine. The amplitude
Yeah.
stretched vertically. Good catch on the period. Nice job.
I'm a little confused.
I got a video on YouTube I can show you. You may just fill out the orange pass and we'll sign. Way. If it really was my casket, I thought we've been through this in a time. Yes. Very well done. Hey, something we can all agree on.
Oh, thank you. That was really good.
Okay. Should have a picture like that. Thank you. Any questions about that? Our period was 4 pi. Our amplitude was 3. Okay, let's go to the next page where we have question 7. I would like you to write me a function in fireproof form. We'll call this a sine function. All right, so we want to write a sine function for this, but I want you to write me the equation for question 7. From the graph, you need to determine a, b, h, and k. Write it in fireproof form. Which is obviously y minus k over b equals the sine of x minus h over a. Find me a, b, h, and k. Look at the picture and see if you can identify all the parts. Did you have y over half?
What?
Y over 2. Or, yes, y over 1.
I think you switched your because you have the right numbers, but I don't think they're in the right spots.
Yes, I did.
Alright. Any part that you can't figure out?
Yes.
K is the center line of the wave. That was a look like. 0. Excellent choice. Down. HK could be a variety of places. Most people are going to choose the origin in this case because it's on the center line on the way up the hill. All right. B goes with amplitude. It looks like it is 3. Looks like the distance from the top to the center line is 3 units, or from the center line to the bottom. All right. The period of this particular function looks like pi, right? It starts in one location and then it repeats the pattern pi units later. Okay, so if we know that the period is 2 pi times the absolute value of a, What do we know about A? 1/2, right. Do a little division, the pi's cancel out, you get 1/2. Okay? How about pi for H and 0 for K? So if I said y over 3 equals sine of x minus pi over 1/2, would I be wrong? No. I'm guessing 99% of you did not choose H to be pi. I'm guessing you chose 0. Would you be wrong? Absolutely not. Because remember, HK is a point on the graph on the way up the hill. I don't care if you chose negative pi. I would still have to give you credit for that. I asked you to write an equation. And if you choose negative pi, fantastic. If you choose 0, fantastic. Now, if you come over here to pi over 2, I got a problem. Because HK, that's on the way down. That's a problem. I can't accept that. But there's 3 obvious choices. You could have chosen 2 pi. There are several choices for H. Now, there's only one choice for K, one choice for A, one choice for B. But most of you probably put a 0 right there, and you would not be wrong. All right? Write a cosine. Write a cosine wave for this. Good choice for B. Now, what's the period of that particular graph? How long does it take to start over again? If you look at the top of one hill and the top of the next, how far is that? 2 pi. Which must mean that the original period was not changed. So that means A has to be 1. I wouldn't, because we're dealing with cosine. Remember, cosine HK sits on the maximum. So you need to pick an HK that's one of the maximums. Yeah, this is a good choice. Yeah. I like your A. I like your B. Now I know choice for H. Okay, now on a cosine wave, we need to pick an HK that sits underneath one of the maximums. You need to pick a coordinate that sits underneath one of the maximums. However, 2 would not be under one of the maximums. I is right there, and that is not under one of the maximums. It is 0. If you chose negative, you could choose negative 2 pi. That would work. I couldn't argue with you. How are we doing over here? That's a good answer right there. I can't argue with that because you chose an H underneath one of the maximums. Then you have the right amplitude, you have the right stretch and horizontal. That's a good answer there. stretching the horizontal is 2, you go 4, remember? Because period is 2 pi times a. 2 pi times a, so that means we're stretching it. Okay, so if you can clearly see that from the top of one to the top of the next, you've traveled 2 pi, what does that mean about a? It's 1. We have not changed the original period at all. We can tell that the maximum, or the, I should say, amplitude is 4. The k value, that's pretty easy, right? K equals 0. What kind of choices could we make for h? We could choose 2 pi. That is one good choice. Or negative 2 pi. Or 0. Several of you, I saw several people choose one of them. A lot of you are going to pick 0 on that one because it's the closest one to the origin. It sits under the max and it's convenient. So, those of you that chose 0, you probably had something that looked like this. Y over 4 equals cosine x. Those of you that chose something else, maybe you had y over 4 equals cosine of x minus 2 pi. I'm running out of room. Yeah, that's... Oh, man, squeezed it in there. Or if you had a plus 2 pi, that would also work as well. All right, we've done a lot of those. Thursday and Friday. Yep, so 4-3 is going to be on Thursday, 4-4 is on Friday. So everything we've been covering.
Do I need notes for 4-3 and 4-4? Or just one?
You need one page for 4-3 and 4-4 and turn it in on Thursday. You've got a math Excel assignment to do. That's due Friday. I'm not doing more problems out of the book. You can for fun, okay, or for practice. 17. This takes you back to your unit circle. Maybe I should pull up my A through whatever it was, P circle and ask you where 11 pi over 4 is. Let's see here. Let me find 11 pi over 4. Let's find our good old unit circle. Where are you? Where are you, unit circle? There you are. Which one of those is 11 pi over 4? Which letter represents 11 pi over 4? Which one of those is 11 pi over 4? What up? You're supposed to finish it. What up? Thank you. So, G is the one we're talking about here, folks. Right? Did you want OG? I mean, seriously. Let's go with that. So, yeah, 11 pi over 4. We went around 8 pi over 4, right? That's one trip around, right? 1 pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, what's the sign? Well, do you think it's positive 1/2 sine? Do you think that's x value, y value, or slope? It's a y value. Do you think it's positive 1/2? Do you think it's the next one up? What's that one? Radical 2 over 2, right? 1/2, radical 2 over 2, radical 3 over 2, and 1. They go in order. So, radical 2 over 2 is the answer to the question. Hey, those are kinds of questions that I could ask you. What was the next one on that? Yeah, we'll change it. Let's go with Let's change that on the worksheet to, is that the right one? No, it's not. I was on worksheet 4, wasn't I? That ain't it. Come on. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's go tangent 5 pi over 3. Let's do tangent 5 pi over 3. I'm probably going to record some problems from section or worksheet 5 in my 7th period class today. So if you want more practice and you want to go through some of those, I'll probably have a different video that you haven't seen or watched over that worksheet. Alright, so which one is 5 pi over 3? Which letter? N? Is that right? What's the tangent? Tangent? What's it has to be based on? Is it going to be the steep one or the more shallow one? Just go with that. That's radical 3, so this one has to be negative radical 3. Okay. Yep. Going with negative radical 3 on that one. Sits here. Goes with that one. If that one's got a slope of radical 3, this one will have a slope of